That was the first look at On the Clock, an ESPN Plus original series premiering on April 10th, produced by Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions. It features Archie, Peyton, and Eli Manning as they interact with and evaluate several of the best quarterback prospects in the upcoming NFL draft. And we get to say hello now to Archie Manning. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
What were some of the highlights of following these quarterbacks throughout the season?
Well, just fun. You know, they're going through their final year of college football, junior year, senior year, what have you. But getting to know them a little bit at our camp, you know, last summer when we had them there, that was our 26th Manning Passing Academy. So we've had a lot of quarterbacks come through there. And I'm not sure why we didn't think of this earlier to pick some out and track them. But great kid. We have about 40 to 45 each summer of college quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks. Now, not all of them the big schools. We got small kids, small school kids too, and a lot of kids from around Louisiana, Mississippi, and so forth from those small colleges. But it's fun to get to know them a little bit. And then when you do get to know them, and then you see them on TV, see some games sometimes around the Southeastern Conference. So to keep up with them, check in with them, maybe a little text message or give them a little quick call when they have a big game. You know what I do sometimes? I check in with them when they have a tough game. Maybe I'm just used to that, but I know what it's like.
That's the player and the dad in you. I get that. Bryce Young featured in episode 1, which premieres Monday on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern. Why do you think he's worthy of being the #1 overall pick?
Bryce is, I said this, we had him here in New Orleans last year. He won the Manning Award. He's the coolest customer on the field. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that is so calm, so cool, goes about his business, does his job, never gets rattled. He's just fun to watch. Absolutely. Now he got nicked up a little bit last year, and it hurt Alabama a little bit when he's not 100%. He came back. He played well. You know, I remember one game in particular. It looked like early in the season, that game at Texas, they were going to get beat. Texas came to play and looked like it was going to be a major upset. Bryce absolutely took that team on his shoulders in the fourth quarter and avoided that upset. Took him on. He's an outstanding player and a great kid. Just one of the nicest kids we've ever had.
I remember that game and watching it. I was like, I have no doubt they're gonna take this game. What you said came through, and it came through all season. And you also mentioned he's fun to watch. So is Anthony Richardson. He's flown up draft boards this spring. What did you see from him throughout this process that indicates?
I didn't know much about Anthony. You know, Florida the year before had played several quarterbacks, so I didn't know a whole lot about him. But I wanted him to come. Coach Billy Napier is a good friend of mine, and he really wanted him to come to camp. And he showed up. I mean, from the get, I told the boys, I said, this is a man right here. Now, he is a physical specimen. And Anthony, he came to learn. Now, you know, these quarterbacks come down to our camp. Number one, they're coaching all our high school quarterbacks. We have 1,400 quarterbacks and receivers, so they're coaching them. But during the process of the 4 days, they have about 3 workouts, 3 different times they're on the field. And Peyton and Eli and some other coaches of ours are on the field with them. And he came to kind of soak it all up. He wanted to learn. He wanted to ask questions. They have some meetings. He took notes. But we have a little exhibition where all our quarterbacks are throwing to some other college receivers or some of our camp receivers. Of course, everyone loves the deep ball. He can sling it. He's really a physical specimen and a very nice young man.
Yeah, we saw in the trailer there, Kentucky's Will Levis. He takes mayo in his coffee. Archie, what do you think about that?
I don't know much about that. I enjoyed really having Will there. Of course, you know, I'm kind of a Southeastern Conference guy. Kentucky, Coach Stoops there is a friend of mine. A great job he's done. I got to say, there's 3 different throwing sessions during our 4 days of camp. Will probably threw the ball better than anyone. And I'm not saying better than Bryce. Bryce just rolls along. Bryce doesn't worry about anything. Will came to put on a show. I saw what he said before the combine. He said, why are you going to throw at the combine? Because he said, because I've got a gun and I'm going to show it off. Will does have a gun, and he kind of showed it off at our camp last summer. I thought he threw overall in the 3 sessions better than anyone.
Hendon Hooker's featured in episode 2. It also premieres Monday following Bryce Young's episode. We all know he's recovering from that ACL injury. What made following his journey a bit different from the others?
Well, he transferred from Virginia Tech. Now, rest assured, we're going to always have the Tennessee quarterback at our camp. You can just bet on that if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I think what impressed me about Hendon, the day before when he was working out in Knoxville, he got hit in the mouth. I'm not sure if it was with a football, probably was, knocked a tooth out. And then trainers and the doctors said, don't go. You don't need to go down there. You really don't need to work for the next 3 or 4 days. Well, it's nothing bad. He came anyway. And he didn't throw. He threw a little bit, but he came just to be around the other guys. He came to be around Peyton and Eli. He came to kind of learn some things in their meetings. Just outstanding human being. And then we followed him close throughout the year. What a year he had. What a year he was having. He had that unfortunate injury. That just was not right because I'm not sure if he was going to win the Heisman Trophy or not, but they were doing some great things. But he's handled it so well. I check in with him often. He's got a great positive attitude. I think Hendon Hooker's going to make some NFL team a really, really good quarterback one day.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one. Before I let you get out of here, your grandson, Arch Manning, playing spring ball at Texas. What's it been like watching him go through the whole recruiting process and finally get to campus in Austin?
Well, I totally stayed out of the way. I was very proud of his dad, the way he handled the recruiting. You know, recruiting's changed so much since my boys went through it. And I'm not sure all of it's good. Cooper kind of took an old-fashioned approach, and the whole family made their visits to various schools and just let Arch make his own decision where he wanted to go. But I think he did his due diligence. I think he took a great look at a lot of schools. I know he made 4 visits to Texas, 4 visits to Georgia, 4 visits to Alabama. I know he had a hard time telling Coach Saban, Coach Smart, no, but he made his choice, and he wanted to play for Coach Sark, and he's over there enrolled now. I went over last week really to watch some golf, but got to watch practice, and he looks like he belongs, and he's real happy, and he's still just a high school senior, really, but I think every young man should enjoy a college experience, and I hope he can enjoy his.
You mentioned golf real quick. How's your game?
I'm just about half crippled, and I miss it. I got to have a little golf fix. I really can't play 18 holes, but I'll go out and play 6 or 9, and I'll hit a few balls and be around my buddies. I miss it so much.
All right. You can watch On the Clock, premiering April 10 on ESPN Plus and ESPN2. Archie Manning, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. So glad to be with you. Thank y'all.